some luxury ingredients tonight, and now we're cooking with a mackerel. And mackerel, I've actually been to Cornwall, I've been fishing there with a line and caught 3 or 4, and there's nothing that is so it's a lovely feeling to be able to do that. Even though I did feel a bit rough on the boat going up and down, it was a bit, but it was a great thing to be able to do. So with our mackerel, again, it's a round fish, an oily fish.
Very, yeah, it's fantastically healthy.
It is, isn't it?
It's a superfood.
Is it? Am I right in thinking it's high in omega-3?
Yeah.
It's great for bones and
yeah.
There's
all sorts of things. Fish oil is great. Is great for all sorts of things. Brain development. Unfortunately, looking at the audience I've got here tonight, that is probably the last thing that we're worried about. But it's also
no need for that.
But it's also very good for the prevention of things like heart disease, rheumatoid arthritis. Ladies, it's very, very good for your skin. Now, I'm not suggesting you go to bed at night and give it a bit of this with the fish oil, but if you eat oily fish regularly, it's very good for all sorts of stuff. And you talked about with posh ingredients, cheap ingredients. Mackerel is one of those brilliant things that is really inexpensive, but you know, a really fresh piece of mackerel is as good as anything that you can possibly get.
Cracking. So we're going to crack on with this. I've just filleted it off the bone. Then what you find is there are bones running all along here, so I'm just going to fillet those off, like so. Take those off. Now, there's still one small line of bones, and I don't know if you can see it, but they're just there, right in the middle. Now, there's a couple of things you can do here. You can get the old eyebrow tweezers out and have a go at it, or a very quick, simple way of doing it is just to run your finger along the bones and then just pop in one side and make a little V shape, and in one easy movement you've just removed all those bones. Just trim the end bit. There's no bones in there now, they've all been removed. So, yeah? So yes, you have lost a little bit of flesh, but once you put that together, it will cook, and believe you me folks, you won't know it's not there. Okay, so we're now just scoring the skin very gently, and we're going to get cooking this mackerel. So I've actually prepared a few here, and I've popped them on a skewer. This is a great one for a barbecue. Really, really good fun for a barbecue. Okay, so a little bit of salt, and then why not a little bit of chili. Right, I'm just going to give my knife a quick wash.
It's one of those fish that can really take some heat because of the
it
oiliness of it.
So well,
you need that citrus or spiciness to cut through that oiliness. So it always goes great with horseradish or a gooseberry compote or something like that, something sharp to cut through the oily fish.
I think that's spot on, really good. So with our chili, we're just cutting it, slitting it, removing the seeds and dicing that up. The thing with chili is always be careful when you cut chilies. It's funny, you know, last weekend or the weekend before, I was in Leeds. I was emceeing a chili eating competition. There was 9 people. They were all sort of under the age of about 50. There was one girl who was about 22 or 3, and the rest were guys. And I saw grown men cry. They were all in a long line, and the hottest chili was a California Reaper. Used to be a ghost chili, then it became a scorpion chili, and now there's something called a California Reaper, which is the hottest thing. It will blow your hat off. Okay, I brought my hat today, but it must have eaten one because I've put it down somewhere.
I saw it earlier. Right. I thought a sombrero was slightly out of touch for what we were doing this evening, but anyway.
Oh dear. So we're going to pop our chili on there, just a little bit, not too much. This one is not red hot, I promise you. And then a little bit of salt. And what could be nicer then a little bit of fresh lime with that, just to counteract. Okay, and I'm just going to pop some slices on there. This is barbecue food, folks. This is something you can have a go at home. Works really well. So plenty of lime. And then we're going to stick that on the griddle and get that cooking. So what we're going to try and do, and I really hope this works, because it's always a case like this that it might stick, but just going to pop it upside down and let it sit. We're not going to move the fish around in the pan. Hopefully that fish is just going to sear nicely. I'm going to pop a little bit of the lime here and there as well, and then we'll get rid of that. Maybe a tiny bit more chilli. Okay. So to serve our mackerel, we need something to put this on. I'm going big with this one. Mackerel's a hard sell, and we've had some amazing dishes tonight, so I'm going big with this one. Okay, so we have some beautiful heritage tomatoes.
They look great.
Oh, apparently, Jonathan, I've been finding out rainbow food is supposed to be incredibly healthy. Food that's all the colours of the rainbow is the way it should be.
So are they all one species of tomato?
Yeah, they're called heritage tomatoes. So, but they're all just amazing colours and bright and coming into season now. And you know, you can get these just down a couple of doors down from yourself on the King's Road at Regal.
Right.
All over the place. They're everywhere, really. So.
That brown one, that's
it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Black tomato. Who'd have thought that? Little vine tomatoes. Okay, so popping that on there, and then we're going to add my mackerel. If you look at it now, I just want to show you. It's actually raw on the top, cooked underneath, and if you look at it, it's halfway up cooked, okay? So basically what that tells me, Jonathan, is we're nearly there, okay? So anyone who's desperate for the loo, just hang on for another 2 minutes, okay, and it'll all be over. Right, so we're gently going to move this over, and can you see, because I wasn't moving the fish around in the pan, because I let the fish just sit where it was, it's actually not stuck. Yeah. And that beautiful sort of almost tiger-like skin on the mackerel is kept intact. And
people tend to worry about it and move stuff around, don't they? And you know, just put it in, let it cook, turn it over once, and then that's all you need to do, really.
Yeah. And look, they've all turned over, they're all pretty fine. I need to move that out of the way. Right, so now what I'm going to do is just let that sit there while I finish my dish. Okay, so our mackerel is almost cooked, and we're going to have a bit of mango, fresh mango. This is a lovely mango, this. Beauty. Right. So, when you cut a mango, things to remember. The stone in it is shaped like a lozenge shape. So, and it's always running right through the middle of it. So, start at one end and gently cut round, and there's your stone, yeah? So then the other side, lozenge shape, and there's the other side, yeah? So normally I would then get all this off, but because we're rushing along, I'll crack on. Right, so I think the fun with this is we've got our fish there, we've got some beautiful baby gem, And I want you to imagine you're sat on a barbecue, you know.
In our lovely summer.
Blistering sun. Cool glass of Bunker wine.
Yeah.
Which one for this one, guys? Pinot Gris. Well, we'll look forward to hearing about that, but that sounds like fun to me. So, and then we're just going to trim down with the mango. Lovely big slithers of mango, lovely and fresh. And spread that around. This is sort of home cooking, this is...
Fantastic, isn't it?
You know.
You wouldn't mind putting that on in your dining room table, you know, everybody dive in. Fantastic, that.
And we've got here as well some desiccated coconut, toasted. Just a little bit on there. Yeah. And then we've got some lovely fresh coconut, toasted as well. It is sunshine, this.
Yeah, it certainly is.
I hope you've got your sunglasses on.
Yeah, Caribbean time, isn't it, always?
And we've got here as well some natural yogurt and some fresh mint. It's funny, you know, I was packing up my bag to come here today.
You smell the mint.
And I'm thinking, what have I forgotten? And I'm getting to the front door. Mint. So then I'm rushing around the garden looking for mint. I had 2 sprigs of mint. Everything else was decimated. So there it is. That's all the mint I have in my house. Right. So in with the natural yogurt. Little tiny bit of salt, not too much. The idea with this is going to cool you down when you've had a little bit of chili. This is fresh coriander. Can you tell I didn't grow this one? It's rather bountiful, this. Right, so a little bit of freshly chopped coriander on there. Just a bit here and there. Then we're going to pop on our mackerel with the chili.
Oh, wow.
And just finish off our dish with some lovely natural yogurt with the fresh mint here and there. And that's hopefully something everybody can have a go at.
Wow.
Right, ladies and gents, thank you very much.
Fantastic. That's absolutely brilliant. So,